favored team. There's no question about it. But they've had some struggles today. I wouldn't even say tonight. It's still afternoon, early afternoon at that for Counter-Strike hours. But it's definitely their map to take. If should they show up in any sort of form. That said, Nico, beast on this. Chris J's looked excellent throughout the course of this series. He can definitely be a factor on this map as well. The AWP is very relevant. He likes to get aggressive with it toward the apartments. But pistol round underway. And already some aggression onto the A site. It's Nico that's been taken down to 5 HP. And it's 4 players with armor. Speedy's got a smoke and a kit. The smoke not yet deployed, so they can try and use that late. But they've given up all of A site. Theo, that the apartments, the bomb's going. This is a really interesting strategy because all 3 players today had pushed all the way to window. Bomb had committed onto B. They lost the 1 player in entry, but now it's going to cost them so much time that Mousesports is getting the kills in return.
And we've got 4 HP on Carrigan. He's making his way to the A side as well. The bomb coming through connector. Zipex could be trying to get it down. They have got a huge disadvantage here. Just getting the bomb down might be their only port of call here, but they will be planted towards connector as well. Uncontested for now. There it is. Carrigan gets dropped, and now it's up to Zipex in the 3-on-1 situation. I don't really fancy his chance of this one. If he can get a kill, that'll be enough. There's the first 2-on-1 now. Actually manages to get toward jungle as well. Maybe jumping out the window towards connector, but will he actually going for a little bit of a bluff here?
This gets really interesting, and the fact that play, if it worked, would have looked brilliant, but it kept them so much time. And now the double face. They have to get this though. Zipex, how does he stay alive? 15 HP, and the bomb's still ticking. He's got so much space to work with. Next, no kit, has to do something about this immediately. He's going to go try and get on this. He can't hold it though. It's just going to be the face to try and get the pistol kill to build up the bank. And Zipex, man, what a round was that? 2 players facing him and they can't close it.
3-on-1, CTs. They knew exactly where he was as well. It was just very clever play. I love the fact he didn't jump out the window the first time. He stayed in jungle. And obviously, the obvious move is to jump out and try and challenge from the steps. But that's actually a really creative way to approach that round as well. But both CTs faced him at the same time towards jungle, right? You would have thought someone needs to hit a shot at that point. Someone needs to actually just step up and make sure they're
even if you both just go for body shots, you're both facing.
It's crazy how he got one and fell away as well. It was very low HP, but next without a kid that was left in a horrible situation. There it is, Mouse will be dropping the pistol. Astralis coming up huge. Thanks to Zipex. Force by coming in, 3 sets of armor, Desert Eagles, and a 5-7 as well. So we'll see what they can do with this, but heavily favours the Danes as we go to round 2 now.
Fall back on this initial aggression that was shown toward the B apartments. They still leave 1 player inside of mid right now, Astralis, but the rest of them going to focus on the A site. Rotations haven't come out just yet. Nico clears out connector. Deagle in hand with Dennis, but Dennis starts it off. It's Carrigan going to go down on the entry. Not only that, he spotted a 2nd player coming in from A main. So smoke late on Dennis. He can jump above that and try and see beyond, but it's Zipex to hold the angle. He'll give a man advantage to Astralis, and Nico and Nex both gone down now, trying to rotate back over from that connector position. Chris is going to be on the smoke, but he's spotted out by Cajun, and with bomb going down, this is surely going to conclude the round. It's just Speedy that remains.
Yeah, not really much he can do here. He has got the 5-7. Cajun's going to find the final kill there. Just a simple A play. Only Carrigan gets dropped to the hands of Dennis, but Astralis dodging the force by there from Mousesports. So we can see Chris J has kept his money strong. He will be going for the AWP, of course, on that first gun round here. But Carrigan reinvesting in the Mac 10, wants to farm a little bit of cash here against the unarmored players. We can see not a single investment in any stretch here from Mousesports, all on silent USPs. Actually, there it is. Chris J and Nex get some upgraded pistols there just to kind of boost their chances of even finding a kill here. So you'd assume this will be going a clean 3-0 in favour of Astralis. And the money's not going to be great in the first gun round. They will have an AWP. That's Mousesports, but they won't have much utility to play with. Going for the B player. Still a little sloppy, I have to say. Carrigan just jumps out by himself. Gives us credit away for free, but it doesn't really matter at this point. The rest of his teammates are on towards A.
Interesting thing, though, is that the 1 player left in the B apartments has 2 players pushing him right now at Horseshoe. So Zipex actually has to turn around and stay away from his team. Cajun's going to get a kill onto Chris as he does enter back in toward this A site. They'll get the bomb down. But they're left with only 3 in, and they're getting surrounded quickly. So Device getting that kill on Nex. Again, the weapons are here, the bomb's down. It surely favors them, but it could have gotten really hairy. Again, as you say, overcommitment by Carrigan in toward that B site, and then Zipex does eventually get caught out. If that had happened sooner, could have been a real chance. It drops 1 rifle as well as the SMG.
Yeah, it is a 3-on-3, but there's no chance of the CTs really do anything with this. Nico now coming out of Palace. Trying to do some damage here, but just such a lack of weaponry here. They can't really do too much. It's going to be Cajun be taking down Speedy. They know where Nico is as well. He's going to be facing, and maybe able to get a kill in the back of Cajun. He's very low, but Device covers him as he rotates. And now we have this Dennis, who has picked up the AK-47. So we talked about the CT money being low going into this first gun round, so that definitely helps boost the wealth of the team slightly. He can kind of adjust and drop a weapon for his teammates as well as we go into the first gun round here. There's the aforementioned AWP as well. So body armor, no nades, no kit on him, but the thing is as well, he actually relies heavily on the flashbangs towards middle. He likes to flash off the window and actually his face before and after he faces with that. So we'll see what he can do this round. We have no AWP for Astralis here. They're going to be on the Galils. A slight bonus round coming in, they take away his vision with that smoke grenade. And Carrigan will be facing first. And it's actually a lot of damage being done there through the smoke. Nico taking him down to 16 HP. It's going to be rattling him a little bit as Dupree's coming in from underpass.
That's the big thing. Dupree's got this angle now to force Chris J back slightly. Smoke as well onto the window. Vision for Chris to have. Carrigan's going to go back away from the boxes over toward Horseshoe where bomb was dropped intentionally. Dupree now flashing, wants this connector position. Smoke atop it. Means that he won't be able to push immediately through, and Chris is holding from jungle with the AWP. It's going to be an A hit. Dupree's going to try and just hold this down. He just needs to stay alive. He's got good positioning. So he's going to stay inside connector rather than on the stairs where he's slightly more exposed because the rest of his team is bringing the bomb back over to the A site.
This is a classic Astralis right now. Get Dupree in that position. He's got smoke to cover him as well. Chris J is aware of the situation. We can't do anything about it. It will be an A attack coming in. Here comes the first pick. It's Nico to capitalise and bring them a man advantage, but it's going to be replied straight away.
And Nico has to go for the reload, which allows Cajun the easy shot with the AK on entry from Palace. Chris made that call. Nico taking Dupree, but it's still Chris alive. Cajun gets caught on the jump by. Bomb goes down, can't hit the second shot. Zipix will recover it. But there is a player towards CT stairs. Thankfully, a smoke out, but a good lineup. Next knows the angle. He'll deny the plant, and it's all onto device. 1 versus 3. Spotting out, it knows exactly where Chris J is, but still has to find Speedy.
Thing is, he hasn't got much time to play with here, so he has got a decent read on what he can do with this situation, but needs to be acting fast. Chris J goes to a more defensive position now, doesn't die as well, so that's the position given away from device. He can't really do much with this now. Molotov towards spawn, and you think like he just wants to die at this point. He wants to make sure he doesn't run the timer down. Does manage to find a frag though towards next. Maybe this does become possible. Somehow he gets some plant down as well here. I didn't think he had any footing in this whatsoever. He's going to not find any more from it, but the fact he got a kill and a bomb as well, that's pretty much all he could have hoped for. From what I could see then, they just wanted to force him into the plant situation. Next, potentially facing a little bit more than he had to. But there it is. Mousesports do get their first round after losing the pistol and the 2 subsequent. But they keep 2 players alive with the AWP as well. It's Chris J that finds 3 once again.
And next with that kill through the smoke. That was pretty huge.
That was actually a huge contributing factor, you're right. The fact he got that bomb down before he even was planted was very big for them, and they got them back into the round, that's for sure. But money's still strong for Astralis. They kept Galils that last round, so they are going to be bringing out the AWP on device. And he's got a very good spawn as well. He actually won't be challenging towards middle straight away. Maybe looking for that B pick at the start, seeing if any jumping players will face him.
He's going to be there in time. So if anyone does, he'll have the lineup. And is the jump going to face or not? The smoke's out, so he's not going to be so lucky. It's next. It was the one to get in that position. Late smoke from mid to the top of connector. You can see it bounce off the wall above. Set play to try and allow, again, Dupree to get some information, to get closer from that underpass position. And Cajun's going to try and take advantage right now of the smoke and aim A and a gap inside of it. That'll allow him to push into Tetris. Dennis has just gone past him in Palace. He won't be spotted up.
This is all about Cajun. He's so good in these positions. He does this. This is classic Astralis right now. This is a fake they can do. He just lurks in this site. He can normally find 1 or 2 kills here, while his teammates will make their way towards the other side of the map. It looks like the bomb will be rotating towards T-spawn here. Dupree's got control of ladder room as well. So much real estate gathered here for Astralis. Key positions controlled. Tetris and ladder room, they can pin to the side so easily here. You can see Nico desperately trying to find something with this. They haven't got any information here. And there it is. Dupree punishes him from the side, and that should be the round tied up as well. Dennis still in the Palace area, but you can see Cajun B watching it like a hawk.
Great. Flash in from Speedy, but it's just going to sit and wait. Bomb planted. No one really in contention to do anything of it right now. Speedy gets blinded up. I still have enough vision to try and spray that down, but can't control it, and Carrigan will prevail. It's going to be a reset. Next, with the gun, the 1M4 needs to save this. Chris J's makes some noise, but unfortunately there's not enough noise to be made. It's also an ugly skin. I'm sorry, Chris, I had to say so.
Make some noise.
Put your hands in the air.
Well, it's been bloody war so far for Mousesports. After winning that first gun round, they are going to be reset here. Next, trying to keep alive here and try and save the weapon and the money, but It looked like he could be hunted down. Maybe to get one for doubles, but even that's not going to be possible. Astralis bounced back straight away. Chris J getting taken down at the start of that round. You can see how that's affected now. Mousesports only getting $1,400 going into this one. So potential double eco coming in here. You can see Speedy and Chris J on the least amount of money they could possibly have. So I'd just be surprised if they invested anything into this. You can see a P250 on Dennis. That's about it. Carrigan once again going to be going on the Mac 10. He was the one who was taken down by himself before, but that was fine. It's like the recon style play, we call it. It's when he goes into a bomb site by himself and looking for stacks, regardless if he dies. That weapon against armored players is pretty redundant. So Nico now going aggressive towards the top and middle. It's actually Dennis who gets taken down first. That's towards the ladder room. And we'll see what the CTs can do to hold on here. Chris J trying to do something. Yeah, good timing for him. Carrigan running in with that Mac 10 was taken down.
The headshot at that. Zip went down pretty low. He's on 19. Pigeon's going to actually go one last on 18, but everything's working out still for Astralis, having lost Device early on. It's all response from them. Nix, the last alive. Eagle tags up Kerrigan, also goes low. HP on 3 is very low, but they all win their respective duels. Astralis come out 5-1. Money's still extremely tight right now on Mousesports' side. Yeah,
we talked about it before. The players with that the least amount of money they could possibly have last round, so can't really justify much here. The 3 players that did have cash can go for some upgraded pistols and some body armor on Dennis and Nico as well, but this should be a round almost guaranteed going in favor of the Danes. Do play with a decent spawn. We'll be going in hard towards a low ramp, and Device did spot a CD player there, but he now already gets away with it. He decides to give his kill away for free as Nico goes with the second face there. He had the deagle, so he was trying to do what he could, and you know how deadly he can be with that weapon. Chris J now trying to lurk in and actually gets it.
That works, and not only that, he's gifted the gun because Device is falling away. Did he get the gun, though? I don't think he did.
Well, he's dead now, of course.
He's dead now, of course.
Doesn't matter. It's going to be Dennis now, who has got a gun. He's got an AK. And there are 2 players on low HP for Astralis, but definitely got his work cut out for him here as he's making his way into the spawn. That was the kill he had to make this possible. Device still facing, though. And now he's from Zipex in the back, 6 plays 1. Astralis firing on all cylinders now. Finally, though, Mousesports will have some cash to play over New York. Can come back out for Chris J. But it's been a one-sided show so far as Astralis go up 6-1 and into round number 8.
Hefty lead, a great start. Mousesports, Chris J and the AWP need to fire back into this immediately. Chris fully invested, has armor, glass cannon. Doesn't have utility. Device not able to hit the shot. Fast spawn again. Tries to catch Nico off. They now know he's got his presence known, but it's Dupree. Not from the underpass. Directly down middle. That takes one into Chris. Nico responds. But it's created such a void, such a gap. Dennis gets a great kill. Turns back onto Zip. Goes up toward the Palace immediately. Engage him and had the nade out. Nearly gets caught off by that. Does turn back with the AK. Still only a 1-man advantage. And Speedy has Nex with him. They're both going to play from the CT stairs, try and deny the plant out of this, but that nade's going to give at least one of their positions away.
3 on 2 now. Speedy and Nex trying to retake both in the same position as well. They've got a kit and an incendiary as well. We saw Nex with a fantastic shot for the smoke last time. He's not going to be in position to do it as he's holding the flank towards the vents, but Astralis taking this patiently. They want to make sure they don't give anything away. Have crossfires established, and Device will be planting in the open for connector as well. Mouse don't really have any foothold in this whatsoever. Has to come down to Speedy and see whether we can find the first pick. Jumping for information, but can't really obtain any.
Go for this. Hit on Speedy. Smoke's on either of them, so if they can get this down to even just 2 players remaining, they can try and smoke off the bomb, but it's really Nex versus 2. And Device is able to hold and get both kills with the AWP.
Yeah, very nice stuff from them there. Didn't rush the situation, made sure they covered every single angle, and we'll see what comes into the next round.
Device has AWP, but Cajun's built up to 11-6 right now, so they are swelling on the Astralis side.
Yeah, it's a different story for Mousesports here. They have got no cash once again. They're going to be into the loss bonus of $2,900. And Nico, once again with that Desert Eagle, but it's looking like Astralis will take the round. It's going to be Device to take down Dennis as he's jumping towards the underpass. He had a very good spawn to get away with that one. Just trying to come back into this, and actually the smoke helping him out from his errors there. So he will be able to fall back, but decides to actually go for this. It's seems like he doesn't want to survive too long here, as he will be taken out surely. There it is. Device does take him out in the end, and actually gets a double as well. His 4th kill of the round.
Device just goes nuts, absolutely tears them apart. That's one way to get things done.
Yes.
Versus an eco.
Well, now just Nico on the eco. trying to find a kill here with the Desert Eagle. But as he looks like Dupree surely will take him down. There it is, headshot to finish things off, but Device coming to life there. 4 lovely shots, obviously against Pistol, but still, you have to appreciate the skill this man has when he's firing on all cylinders. Round number 10, as you mentioned before, lots of cash here for Astralis. 14k after the reinvestment from Cajun B, 12k on Device, so much cash available. And we go to round number 10, Christian back on the AWP. But this has been a very one-sided affair. Mousesports only winning 1 round so far, and then the full reset came in. A chance to get back into this now, though. They have got a full buy. Sending 2 players towards B at the start of the round. That's where the bomb will be as well, with Chris J Molotov out of position. Maybe a fast beat split coming in here, as they'll make it out towards short as well.
Good nade kill, though, from Nex, combined with the damage from Speedy early on, who now is going to find a kill of his own into Kerrigan. So finally a good footing for Mousesports to have Chris Dupree gone. Working out well. Just 2 players remain. And an efficient round would be key for Mousesports right now, because once again they are going to, if they close this out, should close this out, they are going to cause that reset.
They definitely should close this one out. 5-on-2.
I never discount the possibility of failure, Henry. I've gotten used to it in my life.
I'm sure you have.
Well, mostly just since I started working with you, but it's still there.
You've never been this successful since you started working with me.
It's true, it's true.
So,
but I have carried you to this success, so it's okay.
Of course. I thought that might be the case. Not the other way around, of course.
It's mutual, God damn it! Why can't we just get along? Device gonna walk in now, try and tear this apart, make a case for it. Nico already pushed up. That's a play from Dennis. Gets caught in the open, but now he's gonna overlook this. The fact that Nico's waiting and he should just close this. He should absolutely be perfect positioned. Cajun B's gonna go for the plant.
Right.
Spots Device. Cajun's gonna get denied. Device left in the open. Does get one onto Speedy. Turns back, nearly had it lined up. My God, if Device pulled that off. But Nico, too calm and composed for that.
Like you said, though, Mousesports needed a very clean round there, just to kind of start getting the bank account rolling in their direction. But they did manage to get a couple of kills, Astralis, so it does make things difficult after the rebuy here. So you can see how many players, Dennis, Nex, and Nico, pretty much down to 0. Just Dennis with $900 there. So even if they do win this round, they're still going to be struggling for cash going forward. They need to start getting some clean rounds together. And Chris J taking his position this time. He's been having some trouble towards the window, so going towards short this time. Actually a fast A split coming in potentially here. 2 players, Kerrigan and Device working the AWP, but Chris J being boosted up. This is almost perfect, but he will be smoked out. Nico finds the first 2, Zipex replying straight away. Dennis stuck in a horrible position. It's a flurry of flags coming in here for Astralis, and Chris J next on the refrag.
A flurry of flags, you say? Probably Danish, because that's the one that's in the lead, and they are going to get another. Kerrigan takes next. And that Danish flag is waving high as Chris J's flashed off of this Molotov as well, bomb planted.
Yeah, we were horrible with words yesterday. I think that's the first one we screwed up. So
I've screwed up a Steeries. I said we were having the championship Steeries.
Okay, what's this? That was like the opening the opening line of the show, was it? So we started off strong.
Something like that.
Yeah, okay, fair enough. Chris J then 3-on-1, and it's a really solid round there for Astralis. Device.
That's unfortunate for Chris.
Well, you can see him punishing him on the floor there. But very fast A split coming in from Astralis there, getting the mid control, and we saw Mousesports changing up their tactics a little bit, boosting up towards short, and just that smoke locking out Chris J from finding the frags. Astralis with a flurry of frags onto the A-bomb site, and that's the reset once again coming in for the Germans. They're going to have pistols here, and Chris J has invested into this round. I didn't see what he was left with. I assume he's got some cash left over, but we don't have the luxury of a computer here, so we'll see how it goes for him.
A good start off, though, with the MP7 at range. And he goes down to 3 HP, no armor, and just the USP. He's going to try and get into Palace, but it should be obvious where he's tried to escape at this point in time. He's going to get Dennis as well. Cajun, late to mid, spots one window. So Astralis getting all kinds of information early on. Bombs on Catwalk. B's wide open as well, so they should close this out with kills, make it pretty simple. Although Chris J has made it a bit interesting, getting that M4 into a good position. Speedy's traded it. Again, that bomb doesn't need to commit to this. If this goes down, if Speedy gets this down, I mean, this is still Nico 3 HP. It's done, but this could have been massive.
Well, he's got a decent position, you know, and you can see Kerrigan on 1 bullet kill as well, but they will be leaving the bomb towards connective right now. They want to make sure they give themselves the best possible chance.
They've lost sight of him, because remember, Nico faced early, and it was fairly obvious that, in my opinion, that he went toward Palace because he got away from Dupree. Okay. But it's so late in the round that they've completely lost track of where he is. So you're dead right. Not only that, he's picked up an AK. If he can work this in his favor.
Surely not.
Oh my God. Thankfully, Kerrigan had 8 HP. If he could have gone down, it would have got the information surely, but catches him off. That was a bit hairy. You're right.
Money's still in disarray. Chris J, like I said, he's the AWPer, right? And he's the player you want to have on money, but he forced bought with an M4 and body armor that round. That normally works in some circumstances, like if you want to have your player, if you want to buy an AK with some Tech 9s, that really works, but with silent USPs and one M4, you're not going to win around in that circumstance, but he will be dropped an AWP regardless. He's going to leave Speedy on absolutely nothing here. So, thanks a lot, Chris. You get the M4 last round, I get nothing the next. Why not? Carrigan takes out Nico. Dennis does reply straight away though, so 4 and 4. Still a chance to win this, but they're so under-equipped. You can see next with the UMP, and they're Speedy missing that 5-7. This kill on 7-2.
Device looking for the angle as Chris does take down Zipix. But now he's smoked, forced away from jungle, has to fall back. Window's open though, so yeah, he is. He's going to jump down and go toward connector. I was going to say they don't have to rotate everyone towards CT stairs at this point in time. And Cajun's hugging the wall close to jungle. He's actually going to be shown. We don't see it on the obituary. It's awkward exchange. They can't find the kills on each other, but it gives Speedy the confidence to know that they're distracted and pushed back into the site. However, now that they've lost Chris, the attention can be turned back. Thankfully, Nex gets one, but that's all they surely are going to get in this situation, and it is. Cajun's able to close it. And 11-2, Astralis dominant T side.
What are these buys coming from Mousesports? Like, your money's bad already. Why are you giving Chris J an M4? Like, he's not even like a world-class rifler. He can be good at rifles. It's not like he's a player you want, oh, we're going to win this round. Chris J gets an M4 in his hands, that's it.
Tell me how you really feeling.
Oh, I am. I'm annoyed, Matt. That's bored my blood, I have to say. Like, you go into the virtual gun round and you've got one player that's on a pistol and nothing else. Like, it didn't make any sense whatsoever. We talked about this in the Destiny last round, but anyway. Round number 14, UMPs, Desert Eagles and MP9. This is another round, almost certainly going in favour of Astralis here. It took an absolute miracle for Mousesports to do anything with it. Device gets the first frag. Occasion B with some decent position towards the right round as well. Will find Nico, a lovely shot straight to the dome. And now it is a 5-on-3, and it's just an onslaught of kills coming in. Carrigan, control, jungle as well in the room. This round is over, and I think this game might be as well.
Getting much closer to that conclusion for sure. Speedy, UMP is going to fade away, 73 health as he does so. Let's save MP9s and UMPs, Henry. Why not?
Yeah.
Well, all right. Let's just use them to get exits. Now there's an AK available if Nex can get that far, but it's going to be watched.
Well then, 4-on-2, and an MP9 and UMP on the line for Mousesports here. It's high stakes.
Those sewing machines, man, though, they're efficient.
Yeah.
Got to keep those running in the factory. But they're dead.
Yes. 12 plays 2 now of money. Still an awful position. I think they've got a $2,900 stage. Yep. So similar scenes, UMPs, 5-7s. This will be a 13-2. And what a miserable half it's been for Mousesports. Never really controlling their economy. Lots of force buys. AWP didn't really have that much impact. It's just simple plays from Astralis, A splits, and working slow rounds and mixing up some fast gameplay as well, hitting the shots, winning the key clutches as well. You have to remember, it's all set off that Zip-X clutch in the pistol, 3 versus 1. And potentially could have had a different scene here had he have not won that, but still.
Good point. Right back to the onset of this as Kerrigan just walks and embodies Chris J. He'll continue walking forward. I think I think he spotted Dennis's arm.
You see how confident they are now? When you have this kind of scoreline, you can start doing these kind of plays. You know the money's bad for them. Just run in, of course. See if you can just find that first frag. It's Carrigan to find it. Dennis just be taken down here. But Carrigan is the drop. It's a double frag. Go for the triple. Has to reload. Pistol comes out. Not meant to be. 3-on-1 now. Speedy coming in from CD spawn. Just had the UMP. So it's nothing really to work with. Somehow gets the headshot on Zip-X. Looks like Device wants to throw this round potentially. This is horrible.
What?
Okay.
What was Device doing? What was there no shot at all in that situation?
I don't know. Maybe they want to give Mousesports a chance here. Speedy should not be alive now. But
that's insanity.
I don't know how Device did not get that kill. I'd love to see it from his POV. Dupree now 1 versus 1. Speedy probably feeling a little bit revitalized after those 2 kills. Thinking he has got a chance here. He knows this last round, if it is meant to be, could boost their chance of actually winning this game, but his position is just so far removed from what's actually happening. Astralis will get the plant down towards short, and this will be the round over. Speedy has got a kit, but all the time in the world to play with here. Dupree plants, and Speedy now got an absolute lifetime to get to the other bomb site.
Yes. Has the kit.
Clever. No, but like, he's never going to check this,
right?
No,
absolutely
not.
The
open bomb plant suggests he's towards short. Why would Dupree ever be playing this position? Like, he's just absolutely owned this. Like, 100% win ratio. I'm going to call it right now. What was that noise?
I'm not sure, Henry, but Dupree, yeah, you're dead right. Look at this. Oh, he's just going to toy with him. Why not? Yeah. And Dupree gets the kill.
Very nice stuff from Dupree. Very clever. And
like Cajun B, 20-6. That's a sick half.
Yep.
Device as well, to be fair. He's only not far behind. 17 kills and some big ones. That 4K, although it was anti-eco, was pretty swift.
13 plays 2. After 16-5 on Dust 2, it looked like Mousesports were going to be dominating this series, but as soon as they go into Mirage here, Astralis just looks so strong. Like I said, Had they won the pistol here, could have been different scenes. Had they got us to 10-5, that would have been a competitive half, then wouldn't be such a big deal. But 13-2, obviously, goes without saying. The pistol is required 100%. If you lose that, pretty much game over. So let's see how they're going to be approaching this. Mousesports now on the T side. 4 sets of armor, 1 smoke. 3 players towards the B apartments. Nico in towards Palace. And of course, that's his classic lurk style. I'm assuming he's trying to work a single frag here and trying to open up the map for his team, but hasn't actually got his famed deagle this time. He'll be on the Glock armor, spotted as well. Takes a little bit of damage. See, he's not taking the bait just yet. He actually has headshot Dupree though.
Start down to 13 for Dupree. Zippix though, trapped inside
Okay.
of the apartments. Does manage at least 1 kill though, so this gives Kerrigan a bit more of a chance. Who spotted them dropping down. Can't get this lineup on next. He was waiting for the head to appear. Does Cajun B though find it on the Chris J? It looked like it was going to be Kerrigan, but it's Cajun instead who finds next. He's going to fade away as well. But the problem is that Nico's on the lurk. He's going to walk in directly behind. I think Cajun's aware of this. He's got the call because Nico does have 1 kill in the round. Actually, I take that back. So Cajun's just doing this on pure game sense, but they're going to close it out. And Mousesports now give themselves a chance. They should be able to pick up the 2 ensuing rounds.
There's no reason for Astralis to force buy into this one.
And they do.
This is the point me and Yanko were making before. This is exactly like when you have this kind of an advantage, you're just going to potentially drag it out as long as you possibly can, right? Obviously, they can win the round, and I'll look a little bit silly saying, oh, you don't know what you're talking about. But if you want to win this game efficiently and do it the most effective way, you want to fully EK this round, go into the first gun round with the full nades, AWP, and all that sort of stuff. And looks like, okay, we could open it. Okay, why not? Triple kill. What the hell's going on? 5-7.
That's fair. 5, yeah, okay. All right. Chance you can have, chance I shall take away from you. But it is still Chris J. As he does catch Dupree low on HP, found Cajun immediately before that. He walks into the site. Bombs recovered. It's in the hands now of Speedy. Still a chance at this because they've smoked off the remaining CT players, but it's going to be a massive flank that's coming in right now from none other than Kerrigan.
Just as I'm ranting about this force buy, they come in and actually just decimate them.
I'll show you, Henry G.
Yeah, well, that's what I was saying. Obviously, there's always a chance for these kind of players to win it. It's up to Mousesports to play the round properly. Once again, they're just running into the bomb site and hoping for the best, and you got to get punished for that occasionally. And this time, it's going to be Speedy now, 3-on-1. Does manage to headshot one of the players, but he's surrounded, stuck between a rock and a hard place there, in more than one ways. But there it is. Somehow, Astralis winning that second round with a 5-7 on Dupree, no less. That was absolutely sick.
Yeah, that was a massive play, and that's going to put them 2 rounds away now from claiming the first series of the season. Map 3, Astralis up 14-3. It's an MP9 for Cajun, a UMP for Device. Like a little for Kerrigan, but it's not much better on the other side as they sit with Tech 9s, Deagles, 2 of each, and then the scout onto Chris J. Nade does a little bit of damage at top middle. Chris just going to watch, hold that angle against Device at the window, who cannot make the jump at this point in time. Has to go for the face, but Kerrigan's going to do so with him. And Dupree's going to join in from connectors, so this mid-pressure is going to be covered off, and Dupree again starting off well. 2 kills to start this round. Kerrigan gets onto Speedy, and Cajun's just going to pop out. Sewing Machine goes to work, stitches up Chris J, and it's next 1 versus 5. Bomb down top mid, by the way.
Good luck next. I believe.
Don't make me start singing again, Henry.
No, please, don't do that again. But there it is, 15 plays 3. And after that second round force fight from Astralis, they definitely have a commanding lead here. Mousesports have no choice but to force fight themselves. Tech 9s, Deagles, and a little bit of utility. This map is over, I'm afraid, Matt. Astralis will be the first victors in the opening game here. What do you call it? The inaugural game of the season?
The inaugural game.
We'll call it that.
Got 2 more left for today. G2, Envious.
That's the last game.
Probably the biggest one. That is the last one, but that's the French battle. As Device does easy work on a Chris J jumping down. He's going to close out on Nex as well at the top mid. Take some damage that time from the Deagle, but it's just Speedy now that remains.
Well,
16-3, dominating from Astralis.
The players are leaving the server
they're already leaving.
They're not believing that.
Screw
Speedy's like the last
Speedy,
player on the server. He might as well leave himself. What's the point of even playing? You can't leave the server already, guys.
This is when he wins, types timeout, and goes, never mind, they're not coming back, and leaves.
You don't see like soccer players just walking off the pitch because they're 5-0 down. You can't just leave. You can't just walk off. Leave. He's got a penalty to take, but we'll just walk off.
They weren't wrong. Speedy does go down.
True,
but you're right.
Still, like,